Live, welcome. Come on in. We're celebrating 5,000 subscribers on the channel, Ashley in Africa. Welcome. My name is Ashley. On my channel, I talk about living, moving, and doing business on the continent. And I'm loving it. So please come say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're joining from. My first live went well. Y'all asked for another one. So I said, okay, let's do it. I did make the chat a subscriber only. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It looked like 60% of my views are from people who are not subscribed. So subscriptions really help support me, support the channel. I also, I really just want to grow a community. I want y'all to be a part of this community and also want to provide valuable information, but subscribe. So say hello in the chat. It's late here in Johannesburg. And it's chilly. So y'all saw me last time in this same sweatshirt. Yes, I'm gonna wear it again because Sawubona, yebo. Hello, Sawubona, asante. I forgot how to say thank you. Hello, welcome. Yeah, it's a little chilly. So I'm wearing, hi Winnie, welcome. So I'm wearing my jumper here because it's cold. And then someone asked last time for it to be a mukbang. So I haven't eaten dinner. I'm just gonna eat fruit. This is what I'm having for dinner, y'all. So, some of you may know, I may not have shared, like probably with YouTube, but my IG family, I was doing a fruitarian diet for 2 weeks, doing it in general, but also doing it because I wanted to cleanse my body on a cellular level. I also knew I had the surgery coming up. So I wanted to make sure I was just clean, was able to heal quickly and seriously. My scar is just like pretty much, I mean, it's healed, it's a little sore, but I'm so well. And it's just really good. You guys should look up fruitarian diet. I mean, the food is so much better here on the continent. But still, it's really good to eat fruit at the beginning of your day, drink your fruit at the beginning of the day, and then your last meal of the day for it to be fruit as well. So I really try to just eat only one cooked meal a day, which is like lunch or even like a late dinner. But the rest of my meals are like fruit. So I've got an orange, yeah, and you saw my whole little fruit situation. Yeah, and then I'm on vacay, so I'm staying at a hotel and they have like the fabulous breakfast. So I really try. I try my best, but I did have some I think it's like beef bacon they have here. Oh, it's so good. It's so good, y'all. So I paid for it though. My body paid for it. So yeah, welcome, welcome. Say hello in the chat. This is a subscriber only chat. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscription button and you will be welcome to chat and come on in. So hello, Energy Rev TV. Son of Alcabon, you asked some questions. Okay, I'm gonna get back to you. Ramses, you checking out the weather. It's colder in the southern part of Africa. Yeah, it is. It's chilly. Like the dead of winter starts, I think, July, August. So it's crazy because I'm a summer baby. My birthday's in the summer. I usually love to be, funds out, buns out. But that's not going to be my life here in South Africa unless I go to Durban. But even Durban is still pretty chilly. So I'm going to have to get used to that. It's literally the inverse of what I'm used to coming from the Northern Hemisphere. Right. So it is chilly. It's just, being, the Southern Hemisphere, the weather is inverted from what it's like in the Northern Hemisphere. Tino, hi, Ashley, I'm a Pan-African YouTuber based in mid-round Joburg. Are you available for collabs? Yeah, of course. I would love that. Tino, did you just interview someone? Was it Jay Cameron or something? I think I must have seen you pop up on my algorithm. So I would love to do that with you. Yes, please hit my email. Um, let me add my email to the description. So, but it's like in a bunch of, it's like on my contact page. So you can get all my contact information, or even IG. Just hit me on IG and we'll like connect on IG. That's even easier. I would love to do that. Umule, did I say it right? Umule, see me, you're beautiful. Aw, Asante, thank you. I need to figure out how to say thank you. And I know how to say it because I've been saying it. Let me just do it right now. Stop procrastinating. Come on, y'all. It's important that I learn that. Oh, Niabonga, right? Niabonga in Zulu and in Xohsa. How do you say? Thank you. Oh, the same. No, I didn't switch it. And Kosti, and Kosti, yes, and Kosti. Y'all already got me in the chat, got me together. Um, hi, Beverly. Hi, Cat Lego. What's up? Sawubona and Kosi and Niabonga. Am I saying it right? Am I saying it right? Niabonga, Africa summer is us fall. Yes. Is it usually warmer in Tanzania? Yes, it is. Um, it is warmer, but it's not. It's really like pretty cool right now, but it still is like 70s, closer to the 80s in Tanzania. Tina, okay, so that was you did interview Jay. Okay, great. Yeah, email me or hit me on IG, which is really easy. I'm moving around with my phone that doesn't have IG, but I'm here in the hotel, so I have Wi-Fi. It's great. Thank you, Niambonga. Why are you picking South Africa over Tanzania? Okay, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Changing the narrative. Hello. Hey y'all. We were supposed to do a collab, like back. Welcome. We'll still do that. I'm still down to do that if y'all want to do it. Hi, Ashley. I just got back to SA from Asia after 30 years. Wow, very interesting. We should have coffee or wine. I'm on my friend's plot outside of Meyerton, rustic, rural, very basic lifestyle. Okay. Hit me on IG. I've seen you before. I wonder, are you real? Y'all, that's the one thing that's kind of hard for me on YouTube. It's like there's just a lot of like bots. And so sometimes it's hard for me to know, and it can get, a little weird. And I don't want to say scary, but I love connecting with you all. So reach out to me on IG because it's really helpful. So I can see like, oh, you have a life, like you're a real person. Because I know everybody doesn't have YouTube. So it helps, it makes me feel more comfortable to be able to like connect with a real person before I actually decide to like connect with you in real life. But I'd love to connect with you. So please like hit me on IG, say hello, and let's go from there. We said summer in Africa is fall in the US. So yes, so summer in Africa is actually winter. So when it's vibes here in South Africa in like December, it's the dead of winter in the US. So yes, you can actually read I'm wrong. Are you wrong about what, Ramses? Yes, I wish I was there. Ooh, it's 102 in Texas. Yeah, I just saw that there was like 3-digit degrees. I mean, it's always something. It's always something in the US. Yes, bots be. Yes, I'm not trying to get. Yes, the Southern Pole, Northern Pole comment. Oh, so yeah, I mean, it is a fact that we're closer to the Southern Pole, but it's less about the Southern Pole than it is about it just being in the Southern Hemisphere. But, it's kind of the same situation. Hello, everyone. First time here with me. Hi, friends. Yes, welcome. This is my second live, so I'm so excited. They be trying to catfish you. Actually, don't meet them until you get them on a video call. True, that's what I'm saying. Say hi on IG. Let's have a conversation and let's figure out where we can meet in a place where there's like serious, security. Or I'm bring my friends. I'm always with my friends. Okay. I'm with people. We do that. I've got people here. I've got family here and friends here. So they look out for me. They take care of me. Winter in the northern hemisphere, summer in the southern hemisphere. Yes. Fezeko. Fezeko. Did I say it right? I'm like, it takes my whole body to try to make sure I pronounce your names. It means that much to me. Hi, Ashley. Hope you're enjoying your stay. I am. I'm loving it. Jimmy, is there a king ruling the area where you live that's an autocracy and not a democracy? No, I'm in a democracy. South Africa is a democracy, Jimmy. Hi, Ashley. Do you have a Sotho name yet? No, I don't. I want one. Make sure you meet people at neutral places. Don't just meet strangers. Thank you, Kat Lego. I know. I am very serious about that. Sorry, hello, how are you today? Okay, that's the end of the questions. So I'm doing great today. I am enjoying myself here in Johannesburg. It is so lovely. So today, if you follow me on IG, I did the like double decker bus tour, super touristy thing, but it was great. I got to see some more areas that I wasn't really familiar with. Some beautiful areas like the Art District in Rosebank, Hauteng. Like Hauteng is gorgeous. I mean, there's like the homes there, the estates there. I couldn't I mean, like y'all, I'm not a good vlogger, but I was like, they don't show this part of South Africa. Like it was stunning. And then St. John's College was having like a big, rugby day. I mean, and that school is massive. It's one of the top schools in the country, much less the continent. It's a boys' school and a girls' school. I mean, I was blown away. And then, of course, we went through CBD, Soweto, and like some other parts. I got to let me see, here's my map. We went to Constitution Hill, where I learned some stuff about a Miss Daisy who she was poisoning folks. I don't know if that's true. Y'all get me together in the comments. We went to Bromfontein, Newton, which was really weird. There were like some areas I was like, is this abandoned? I mean, it was the weekend, but it just felt really, I don't know. The energy, I didn't love it. I didn't love like that part of town. The mining district, that wasn't bad. Oh yeah, it was like James Hall Transport Museum. It was just weird vibes over there, y'all. I don't know. But I did get to see the Gold Reef casino, hotel, and like amusement park. So I was supposed to go to the amusement park on my last trip here with some friends, but everyone was so hungover that we didn't make it. So, but I hope to go. I hope to go soon. All right, so let's get into the comments. Hello, everyone. Please say hello if you want me to greet you. This is a subscriber only chat. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. While I was down, kind of recovering from surgery, we hit 5,000 subscribers. And I told myself on the inside, once we hit 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a live. And so it took me a little while to get up the nerve to do it, but I'm so happy that I did. And yeah, like I really enjoy this and I want to make sure that I'm engaging and just getting to know you all better and sharing in real time questions and answers to your questions. All right. So if you asked me a question already, just be sure like pop it again down in the chat because I didn't want to like jump into them too early. I wanted to make sure people could get in and say hello. Welcome. Okay. So changing the narrative, holla at me IG. Okay, great. I love that. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Live in Wisdom. Get Jimmy together. He's asking questions. You can find that on YouTube. Oh, I did. Mfesco. 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 Sorry. I'm trying. Please don't make fun of me. Please don't be. Okay, so does the United States have a military base or post in the vicinity of Johannesburg? That I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat can get you together. Okay, yeah, military. Why are you asking that? Like, it's okay. It's safe here. It's not, we're not in the US. My brother, we have to do a lot of healing, y'all, as African Americans from the US when we're thinking about South Africa or other parts of Africa, because the honest truth is the US has done a number on us and has told us that Africa is a horrible place, it's unsafe, it's stricken with poverty and disease. And like, people really need to, we like as a community are working through that. And so part of what my, purpose of the platform is to really share my experience and like dispel all of that nonsense, because we live good here and we live in luxury here. So please, like, chill, bro. Hi, Tanika. I've been calling you Tinka. Hi, Tanika, Auntie, Shangazi, or Auntie. Hi, hello, welcome. Value through Stephanie and the Exodus. Hi, friends, Journey to Free. Yes, welcome. I just met another like Exodus, a woman who's here from South Africa, from the US, who actually took her sabbatical because of the Exodus Summit here. So we met up today. She's so awesome. I saw you with Asha. You guys are so pretty. Oh, thank you. Yes, Asha is everything. I enjoy her so much. She's been such a great hostess and like gave me the most beautiful, warmest welcome. So I really, really enjoy her. She's great. Maybe we'll do a video. I meant to ask her if she wanted to do that. All right, so Ramses, your first question, if I noticed any anti-Nigerian rhetoric. No, I did not. I believe it is just an online thing. Do I believe that maybe Nigerians don't have great experiences here? I mean, I don't know. I actually was here with a friend last time who was Nigerian, and we had a great time. In fact, we went to like several Nigerian restaurants, and he had a great time. He actually owns a home here. So never heard it. I've never heard it from him that he didn't enjoy it. She don't be so arrogant. I live in Europe with American military bases. Okay. I don't know what you're saying, Jimmy. Who's being arrogant? Hey, from Dallas. Hi, Sun Worshipper. Like the video. Yes, it really does help. So there's 60 of us here. Please like the video. Get us up to 50 likes, please. That really helps. Thanks, Live in Wisdom. So let's get to 50. I'm going to have a bite of my pineapple. If y'all want to like it for me, we can get back to the questions. Okay. You're talking love. Okay. I don't know if you're talking to me, Jimmy, but I know there's a lot of. Okay. I also encourage. All right, let's get 8 more likes. We're at 42. Let's get to 50 likes, y'all. I don't mean to offend Jimmy. What I'm saying is, yeah, I want to provide as much information that I can and give you as much information, while also sometimes some of our questions that we ask on these spaces, where also just keep in mind, we have a community of South Africans here. We have a community of Africans. So sometimes our questions, things that we can find out, we have access to that information. Sometimes we don't understand that they can be slightly offensive to our African brothers and sisters. So we just want to be aware and mindful of how we're asking questions, and what that looks like, or at least that's how I try to create that's the environment that I try to create in the community. Okay, so it's not, I'm not trying to be offensive or arrogant in any way. What I'm saying is, we have these preconceived notions a lot of times, and sometimes it would do us a lot of good to do our due diligence. All right, let's get it up. 2 more likes. If you're here, we got 57 people, so we should be able to get it up to 50 likes. Dope. Okay. All right. That's what's up. Y'all are the bomb. Okay, reposting. Hi, Ashley. Quick question. Do you do business in South Africa? If so, is the ease of doing business? So, how is the ease of doing business? Well, I did set up a business. So I do have a registered business here in South Africa. I have a business partner here in South Africa who's been in business here for over 20 years. I have not begun doing business because I was working on exporting. So our business in Tanzania is a coffee, fruit, vegetables, but primarily coffee exporting business. And the goal is to import here. Well, it's hard, y'all. It's hard doing business of that level in agriculture, especially for me. That's been my experience, right? Like, I do know people that are doing it, but I have had a lot of challenges, and mainly those are just challenges of doing business, but also doing business in like a whole new continent and a whole new country and culture. And so whereas I've done business in the States, I've sold businesses, I've started businesses, um, it's different when you're coming to a whole nother country. The ease of maybe getting it started wasn't a problem, but just actually doing business and like getting things done. I think a lot of people will say things move slowly here. It depends on the community that you're in and like the people that you're doing business with. So, yes, I have a registered business here. Have I actually gotten my first contract or first client? No. But I am very optimistic because I do feel like, um, one, the fact that there isn't a huge cultural difference here as far as like language. But then also, there are women doing business. There are a lot of foreigners here doing business. And again, not to say that there aren't foreigners doing business in Tanzania. I think on the last live I learned that there are over 300,000 Americans here. So already they're able to, there's like a blueprint, so to speak. So it's definitely possible, but I have not landed my first client yet, but it's coming. It's coming for sure. All right, let me get to the next question. Mfezeko. Oh, Mfezeko. Got it. Got it. Live information is a little bit more complicated, and it's just coming. Like I said, I live in here 47 years in other parts of the world. Okay, Jimmy. Not only I asked about the American military because if you're a U.S. citizen, all you need to do is go to American military base and get a job. Okay, got it. So if you're looking for in that terms of as a job, yeah, yeah. That's one of the things I definitely recommend. If you are coming or looking to come here, it is to your advantage to be coming to create jobs, not necessarily to look for jobs. It is very challenging for foreigners to find jobs, skilled foreigners as well. I don't know about unskilled, right? But skilled foreigners, for sure. I just had lunch with a girlfriend who's been here for 6 months trying to find a job with a very high level skill set. So it's just not something that I advise. Okay, I don't understand. I don't know, Jimmy, if you're talking to me, but I don't. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a breath. Okay. All right, so changing the narrative. Oh, you have a local plug on agriculture here. Okay, dope. Beverly, I have not taken my DNA African ancestry. No, no. Oh, Jimmy, don't feel attacked. But South African people don't play about their country. So if you ain't know, now you know. Okay. But all should be welcome. But again, it's just about being mindful of the questions that we're asking. And if we can do research on our own, like that's really important too, because we've got so much access to information. So I hope that you're able to take heed to that information. Okay, got it. No, you should be looking for a job. You can't come over here with a plan. You can't come over here with no plan, right? I mean, absolutely. I really encourage people to build out a business or figure out how they can take their skill sets online. You all know I launched a course, the Expat Expense. It's the ultimate financial blueprint to living abroad. So I encourage people that have an interest in moving abroad to actually figure out how they can bring income with them, right? So like, what type of business, would you want to set up on the ground, or how can you do what you're doing now online, whether that's leverage remote working or that's consulting and finding people or international clients that you can work with, or figuring out how you can share your skills and your tools to create digital real estate like YouTube or online courses or an Etsy shop where you're selling, you know, ebooks or digital toolkits for your industry. I mean, there's so many ways to make money online. And I think it's really important to start that work when you're in your home country before you're coming over to another country. And it will actually just help you with your transition as well as your visa process. Vusi Tembe, okay. He does have YouTube channel as well. Okay, if I'm looking for a business mentor, oh, fantastic. Let me take his name down. Oh no, the chat's moving. Let me copy and paste. Okay. A business mentor. I am definitely looking for a business mentor as well as, yes, figuring out how I can, it does not make sense finding a job in South Africa. You will get paid 1/10, just earn dollars. Yeah, yeah. I mean, but South Africa does have a critical skills list for a critical skills visa. And they're, but again, like it is hard. Like even people that are on that visa now, I believe, in order to even get the visa, you have to have a job offer. So while there are like the big four accounting firms here, there are American based businesses here. And if you have high level talent, you can absolutely nothing is impossible, but I just do encourage in this lifestyle because the purpose is quality of life, right? To enhance your quality of life. So if you're going to want to do that, the likelihood of you coming and getting a job, and that's not really the life that you're going to be comfortable with in the long run, right? I get it, Jimmy. I understand now. No worries. Are you going to be putting your products in retail stores, or are you planning to do wholesale? So I was planning to do wholesale again, but like y'all, I have had to table that business model just because I struggled with, keeping my suppliers. I struggled with my agent, like being receptive, like they just go MIA. Like I called them for weeks, don't hear back from them. So I've been trying to work on getting like a consistent, like reliable supplier, and just getting followed up is just a challenge. So I don't want to set up a situation where I've got a customer that's was waiting for a product and I'm unable to deliver. Like that's the worst. So it's definitely given me some like hesitation on moving forward in that business, and like more so looking at how I can take my current skill set and be able to apply it. So my background is, marketing, data and data analytics, so business analyst, and growth strategy. So I'm hoping to just like work with companies in the US, but also here on the continent to help them grow, help them scale, giving them access to customers, capital, and high growth opportunities. So being able to earn the USD while also working here with local businesses and local industry, because I do feel like agriculture is huge. And one of the biggest challenges that a lot of farmers have is just access to capital, and figuring out how I can aggregate capital to really support the growth of agricultural innovation and the arts, right? So like I really love arts. So like there's so many things, so many possibilities here that I just love, and you can get a little bit overwhelmed as well, because really in business, the key to business is being focused, and you have to be focused. But at the same time, I'm learning how to do business in a foreign country. So that part takes a while. And so figuring out how I can maneuver in situations where there's a lot of bureaucracy, if it's going to be a lot of work to work in the agricultural space, maybe I need to work in the business analyst space, or that maybe I need to work with the creatives, which is what I've always really loved to do. So yeah. Are there any special events, conferences going on this summer in South Africa, Ghana, Rwanda? I'm looking to visit possibly in August to check out an area for potential move. I don't know about special events. Yeah, I don't know. So again, like August here in South Africa is the dead of winter. Not to say that things don't go on, because they do, but I don't know about what's going on. I'd say a really good way to look at that. I'm still learning, because I'm trying to figure out while I'm here, like what's going on. You guys have given me some really great recommendations, but yeah, I don't have an answer for you, Charlene, of like what's going on. But yeah, Sandile, what kind of business do you do? So Sandile, I am doing right now, I'm consulting, and my core business is growth strategy. So I work with businesses that are high growth potential, connecting them to customers, capital, and high growth opportunities. So my background is in marketing, data analytics, and visualization. And yeah, so I've been doing that for, the last 3 years, and I took a sabbatical, and I thought, oh, I want to do something different. I want to get out of that. But my year and a half in working with the coffee business, I need a really, really strong partner that can help me to execute that. So I have some partners, but their businesses are all like moving super fast too. So we're figuring it out. In the meantime, I'm supporting diaspora, providing tools on how to relocate to the continent, working on a book. So I am enterprising. I'm going to figure out a way to make some money, y'all, like in a good way. But, and I'm working with clients right in the US that need, brand strategy and growth strategy as well. Can you go back to why South Africa over Tanzania? Oh, okay. So it isn't really, Winnie, it's not a over Tanzania. I love Tanzania. Y'all know I love Tanzania. Tanzania was so good to me. Coming out of 2019 for me was a really difficult year in my career, in my family, in my household, in my physical, mental health. Like I was burnt out. And South Tanzania, just a beautiful country full of nature. Nature is known to help you really reconnect and ground you. It's known to really heal and like help, just when you reconnect with nature, right? So y'all know you go to some of the more, the parts outside of the city, and like you really can reconnect with your family and just like your vibes. So Tanzania was really, really great for that. It was also for me a really good landing place where I had some friends. I had some family there, and it was affordable really for me to not be working for that year that I was there. And it was great. It was great. We went on adventures. I went to Zanzibar, went to, Kilimanjaro twice, Moshi, Arusha. Yeah, Zanzibar twice. So it was really great and affordable for me to be able to like explore even during, the time of like the global lockdown. It was just the best experience ever. I will say that in building a business, in the way that I know how to do business, it's a challenge for me being in Tanzania because there's just such a gap in how I do business or how I'm used to doing business versus how Tanzanians are used to doing business. And so that's number one, which is a challenge for me specifically. And I'm the sole provider of my family. So for me, I need to see revenue quickly in order to make sure that I'm able to provide for myself and my family. And at this time in my life, it's so important that I utilize my skill set, right? Like I have this, not say a short window, but I have a really specific timeline of how I can achieve those certain things. And yeah, I can't afford to really like kind of wait certain things out just because it's just not you know, it's just not where it's not where my strengths lie right now. So South Africa feels very much like a easier transition for me, just in even like in making friends and connecting professionally. South Africans, just have been so open and helping and saying, okay, like, what do you do? How can we help? Like, who can we connect you to? Like, how can we blow you up? Like, and that is the type of welcome that made me say, okay, like I can really build something here. And so that's why right now, and also just there's just a level of comfort here, less of a culture shock. Somebody asked me, oh, is it exactly like America? No, it's not exactly like America. But the beautiful things that I do recognize as beautiful things in America are here, right? So, like the fantastic restaurants and the malls, and you know what I mean? But the malls are like eons ahead of the US. But the food is fantastic. The real estate, it's just, I mean, the terrain, it's so green. Yeah, so it's not an over, right? Because I do really enjoy Tanzania and I feel like I'll always visit Tanzania. I have family there, but I really, really love the vibe that I get here in South Africa. It really feels like home and it feels like I can really build here and like have a nice life here. Ashley Mbawangu, was it difficult or easy process to get your business registered? So my process was pretty easy because I had business partners that knew how to do it, right? So like I actually didn't do anything at all, but look at the paperwork and give it to my attorney to review. So my experience was pretty easy. So I don't have a lot of recommendation on that because I had somebody here on the ground that really did all of that for me. And that was also just like another sign of like, okay, this is probably where I need to make it work. Please, if you do and get a collaboration, tone down the questions comparing Saudi to other countries. Okay. South Africa is better looking than Tanzania. That's just from me. I can see why. Yeah, but looks can be deceiving, right? So it's not really about a look for me, it's about a feel. America looks like a beautiful country, but I mean, look what's happening there. So coming from America, it wasn't really about the look, and um there is just a familiarity, right? So like that's what that's about. 3 questions. Have you been to Namibia? No, I have not been to Namibia. It's quieter than South Africa. Yeah, I bet. It looks beautiful. I have looked at vacationing there and looked at some Airbnbs. So you just left a Big Four and looking to apply for critical skills. Thanks for touching on that. Hoping to land a job to apply for permanent residency right away. Hopefully it isn't a dead end. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. So for um, some of us to even get visa access right into South Africa for residency, some of us have to get a job, right? And we have to go through the critical skills process to just get a job to then be able to establish residency, even if we do want to start a business. So for some of us, that may be our trajectory. And I realize that now here in South Africa. So the process to go to Tanzania might be look totally different, because Tanzania, there is no big four, right? There are no real American companies there, to my knowledge. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, but that might be our best bet, because um, it's a lot of us as African Americans, we don't have like six-figure capital to show, um, to get, the business visas oftentimes. So, I'm not, I get that. And that's an option. And I'm glad that's an option for you. So yeah, for sure. Elizabeth, I only asked because Tanzania is my birthstone and I want to visit. Oh, Tanzanite is your birthstone. Tanzanite is beautiful. You have to visit the Serengeti. I have not visited the Serengeti. I'm determined to do that before I leave with the girls, but it is an expensive experience. I'll say that. Compared to the other national parks that I've been to, it just feels so expensive. But I could be wrong. I could be looking and talking to the wrong folks, but it just feels like it's so expensive. So I have to save my coins. We treat all Africans the same way unless they're here legally or to cause problems. Yeah, y'all don't play. Yes, you will get treated differently. Logos, we treat people the same as long as you are here to build with us. Okay, I don't know. Oh, you're in Namibia. Okay. What took you by surprise when you first set foot here in South Africa? What took me by surprise? That is a good question, Davo. And I'm going to answer this, but I know a lot of y'all feel like, oh, just want to get past the race thing. And I understand. But coming from where I'm from, race is ingrained in everything we do and we experience. So when I heard, and like when I saw the white South Africans speaking Afrikaans, that tripped me out. Like I was like, this is clearly a, a, a this is clearly a combined like language of African dialect and something European, right? So like I know these folks are like descendants of Dutch people, but it sounded very German, and that was different. So that was what took me by surprise, honestly. First set foot, like, and that was me getting to the hotel where I stayed at. Now, I'll say the second thing was the next day I went on a tour of Soweto, and that experience and going to just experiencing Soweto, that was really emotional, beautiful. Um, yeah, that was definitely. Why can't I? Oh, what's the museum in Soweto? I'm like drawing a blank. I was just there today. Um, yeah, the Hector Peterson Museum. I couldn't even go there because it was closed for COVID. But just really seeing like and I went to the church. So that was my following day. That was a heavy day for me. And that was a day where I was just like, wow, this is just such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful experience. And this community, they are so resilient. They've come through so much. And, so it was a heavy like first 48 hours for me. So yeah, I hope I answered your question. Thank you for asking that. Okay. What part of Josie are you comfortable with? I just did a tour today. I really liked so many parts, but I haven't been everywhere. I really like Soweto. So I'm trying to go to like a house party at Soweto, but I hear you got to go with somebody who lives there, who knows you, and so I'm trying to do that. I really like Midrand, and I got some friends that live in Midrand and Waterfalls, so I like that area. I like Gauteng. I mean, who doesn't like Gauteng? It's just luxurious beyond all luxury. I saw a brother driving the Bentley today, another brother driving the Porsche Cayenne. You know, that's a beautiful place. Sandton is beautiful. Yeah, Rosebank is fun. So I love, like, those are the places that I've experienced. Melrose I've experienced. So if I'm not mentioning it is because I haven't been there. So yeah. Ramsey's fourth question: my family went back to Africa. They noticed less stress, and despite having high blood pressure, their stress was low. Do you notice? Yes, I noticed so many health benefits. A completely less stress and anxiety. I used to be on medication for anxiety and depression. Um, and while I still have moments of anxiety, like, and I'm talking about moments, I really haven't had anxiety in so long. I've changed my diet again, like y'all, I'm eating fruits twice a day for 2 meals a day. I really feel like mental wealth, and physical wealth comes from a lot from our diet and our environment. So I never had any real health ailments, but I did have stress and anxiety. Who doesn't, living in the US? Like, if you are smoking weed, if you are drinking alcohol, if you are eating excessive amounts of sugar, if you are eating takeout, drive-through food, you have stress and anxiety. Like, you just do. You have stress if you're doing any of those things, because all of those things are escape tactics, right? So yes, I noticed many health benefits. My skin's clearer. I'm less inflamed. Yeah. Agriculture is very monopolistic. You will kill it in the creative space, though, because we have a large market for American pop culture. Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you for that, live in wisdom. I'll take that as a sign. Um, what is more affordable, South Africa or Tanzania? So I feel like, for me, okay, so for example, where I am staying, my like night rate is like $50 a night, and I'm staying in a really nice hotel. Granted, I did get a free upgrade, but that's because I know how to, gift of gab. But you can't find something this nice in Tanzania. There is one property that has really, really, really nice accommodations, probably at this caliber, but it's going to cost you probably $150 a night, which for most Tanzanians is like totally like unaffordable. So for me to be able to have a $50 room night, like, this is not something that I could even tell people to come visit me in Tanzania and stay like this. So the thing is, while some people may feel like it's more affordable in Tanzania, I just feel like it's comparable, and I have all of the modern infrastructure and luxuries that I need. So, yes, maybe I can't go to the market, like, because I know there are markets here, like the Johannesburg market, which is the largest market, in the city. But like in Tanzania, you can go to a market pretty much every kilometer. There's one, right? So, but you make it up in like certain things. So I feel like it's very much balanced. The things that I don't know about, or I did ask about, like what it would be like to have an auntie come, because I have like a full-time dada or full-time auntie that helps with the girls. So that is a little bit more expensive than what I would pay in Tanzania, but um, and probably my property, like my house, is cheaper there than it would be here. But I also like don't need that size of a house just yet, So I feel like it's balanced, honestly. It's balanced, and you really don't have to give up things that you're giving up when you're coming from the US. If you don't care, right? Because I didn't need that. I don't really need it. I just enjoy it. And there are multiple reasons why I'm, choosing that. So I'm answering these questions so long-winded, but I hope that was helpful. So I feel like, again, pretty similar. Oh, some of the things that are more expensive, I think like the phone plan is more expensive for data. But everywhere you go, there's internet, there's free like public internet. So I don't know if that's also helpful. Yeah, most East and West Africans do business in a lax manner. Southern Africa is best if you're looking for more Western style business. Yeah, and I hate to call it Western style. I just want to be able to be efficient and effective, right? And like actually get something done because I'm also, I'm an immigrant. So I have a limited amount of capital and a limited amount of time that I can just like stay on a hamster wheel. So I need to be able to be impactful and efficient and effective and add value in a specific period of time, so that I can have increased revenue, right? And drive sales. Afronometry, why don't you do vlogs of your social life in South Africa and Tanzania? So I don't vlog because I am not a good vlogger. I'm just not. I'm not a great editor. I'm like running an online business. I have 2 girls. My time is best spent being their mother and adding value to people, right? So there are totally a dozen other like fantastic vloggers that can give you an experience of Tanzania and South Africa. That's just not my skill set. My hope is that I'll eventually earn enough capital through YouTube or earn enough capital where someone will say, hey, like we want you to have a show where you're showing, the luxury side of South Africa or the luxurious side of Tanzania. Like, count me in, I'll do it. And I'll have infrastructure and systems for people that can edit, can do the nice transitions and the text that's just not my skill set and my time isn't best spent there. So if you want to support the channel, please do so and we can get there. But that's why, and I try, y'all. Like I even tried today and it was just a fail because I'm shaking the camera and then I forget to do this part to do. So, y'all may get like a hotel tour, but that's about it. That's about it because I got the upgrade. So I'm going to like show love and be like, oh, here for a 3-minute video, here's my hotel room. And probably show around the facility, but that's probably the vlog that you'll get. Logos, do you think they treat you differently from other Africans being Black American? Who is they? The Durban July Africans Premier Horse Race event is coming back this year. Oh, yes, I heard about that. Someone was telling me I should come in July. But I'm here now and I can't come back in July, but I bet that is probably so luxurious. I'm jumping all around in these chat. Like I don't know, the chat is like bumping around. Oh. Is the program good for younger women aspiring to be in business sector and relocate to South Africa? Yes. Tiffany, the course, the Expat Expense? Yeah. I mean, anybody who wants to be financially confident in their move, wants to make sure that they'll be successful, y'all, let me choose my words wisely. It is very unfortunate to see people get on these platforms and talk about how they moved to another continent with $2. Okay. I get it. We're running from racism. We're running from white supremacy. We're running from gun violence. We're running from all of that in our country. Yes, I get that. But it is painful for me to hear Black Americans say that they come here with $2 or $2,000. You can't live off of that. In fact, you can't even get back home if something goes wrong. So I really, I do advocate for a year's worth of expenses. because that is just how I feel. You should really prepare yourself financially to be comfortable, so you're not stressed out, so you're not trying to figure it out, and you're not like vibrating low and blaming everybody else for your problems and dysfunction because you don't have money, so you're in this really negative draining energy. Yeah, so Tiffany, it is a great class for anyone that wants to be successful in their financial transition to be successful in Africa or anywhere. If you want to be an expat anywhere in the world, it is a great it's a great tool. And I'm really like, I thought it was good, but then when other people told me it was really good, I'm excited that we're doing it again. Okay. Great. Is your upcoming program class good for young women without children aspiring to relocate to South Africa and novice in business? Yeah, absolutely. It's for anyone. I haven't really done a huge part for like children specifically. We do talk about family, but a novice in business, sure. I mean, we don't cover a lot in business. I don't teach. I do like one-on-one coaching for people that have a business, but I do recommend that you have some type of income. And so we talk about ways which you can start building income now in your home country, that if you're consistent with it, you should be able to earn an additional $1,000 USD per month within 6 months of launching whatever it is that I share. And like within 6 months, most people will do it in their first month. But $1,000 USD also means that might be your first month, but your goals will be to like build up so that you can actually live well, travel more, invest more, and even potentially retire early. And retire just means being able to financially choose what you want to do with your life and not have to rely on work. Hi, Don. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Ramses, thank you, Logos, but been very interested in coming. Yeah, you should absolutely visit. It's open, visa free. You don't have to pay for a visa if you're coming from the US, Ramses. I don't know where you're coming from. Yes, looking into visits there is expensive. Visits where? To South Africa is expensive. I think the biggest expense is your probably your flight from the US. But honestly, you'll pay a third of what you're used to paying for food here, and like half of what you're used to paying for transportation, and half of what you're used to spending for hotels. So it really makes up for it. Beverly, Ashley, did you know you can get a visa citizenship from Sierra Leone? Yeah, but I'm not Sierra Leonean and I'm not interested. Not saying that, I mean, yeah, I don't want to go to Sierra Leone. I've never been there. Let me back up. I do want to visit, but I'm not interested in getting citizenship there. But thank you, Beverly. I was aware. That's no shade to my Sierra Leoneans. No shade. I promise. I promise. Charlene, do you think data analytics is a good job, maybe in the US, to do virtually while living in Africa? Absolutely. But I mean, absolutely, for you or for me. Ms. Raw, good day. Ashley, welcome. Tiffany Anderson, about a program for young women. Hopefully you can come up with what you think we need to improve on in those people departments. Yeah, fantastic. Please actually go with locals in the hood. The people are very lovely and welcoming, but things can happen if you're not street smart. Yes, I'm very street smart. I'm from the hood. I'm from Roxbury, Dorchester, Massachusetts. So yeah, I absolutely want to go. I just have to meet, some people that I can go with. And I have like some friends here that have said they're going to do it. They're going to take me. And this is like a real chill. I'm not trying to have need a vacation from a vacation. I'm like here specifically to see schools, look at, places and get things done. So partying is like fourth on the list for me. But I definitely, I know Youth Day is coming up. I would love to go to a braai or be, in a vibe. WM West Africa. Hey, good to see you. 100,000% agreed, Ashley, on the health benefits question. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so do you suggest acquiring a lawyer in South Africa when opening a very small business? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I've got people, if you're interested, I could definitely figure out how I can connect the dots, right? Hey, Shannon. Please give me until Monday. Oh yes, I love that y'all are making connections in the chat. That's what I love about this community. Got some great like South African brothers and sisters, and I love just that's what I'm saying. Like this, that openness, that welcoming. Like I haven't even asked y'all for real of like for a favor yet. I'm waiting. I'm waiting because I know that y'all will come through for me. I'm just trying to figure out, okay, what do I really need before I ask my community? Because you guys go hard for me and I appreciate that. Okay, so yeah, very small shop. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's figure out what that would look like, but yeah. And then Tanika, like, have you been? Are you sure that, not saying that you haven't done your research, but yeah, does your TZ business partner have any experience in the coffee business? No, they don't. So that's my challenge. My attorney does, but my attorney is really more focused on like investment into businesses that are looking for large capital. So while she's been able to connect me with people, I haven't been connected with a person that, I honestly in Tanzania need my hand held. And I don't really like to feel that way in business. Um, so that's really been like the frustration for me for sure. Why are Americans so ignorant about Africa despite having so much access to information via the internet? So Tambo, ironically, sometimes Google search like Google will give you a response to your question based on where you are. So when you Google here on the continent images of Soweto, right, you're going to get like what the newest poppinest, vibiest restaurants that are opening, the shops, the South African owned like beautiful homes that have been redone, or like the little bed and breakfasts that are popping. That's what you'll see when you Google Soweto. When someone in the US Googles Soweto, they see, our brother Hector Peterson and, the devastation from Youth Day. Like that's what we see. So sometimes it's that. And also the narrative is just don't go there. Africans don't like African Americans, That's just kind of like what is said amongst us. And it really is like, who said this? Like, where did this come from? And it's always like, well, I know someone who worked with someone who was an African, and that's literally what it is. So it is intentional. I feel like, is it an excuse today? I feel like it's less of an excuse today than it was 20 years ago. But people are really, really they believe what they believe. And when a person has been trained to believe something for all their life and you tell them what they believe is wrong, they have problems with that. So yeah, it's really unfortunate. It's annoying AF because anytime anybody gets an opportunity, they don't do it as much anymore now because I done shut it down. I've shut it down so hard that like you can miss me with all of that. Like I'm blocking every nonsense. But for the longest, it was like, oh, did you hear this happened in Nigeria and this happened? And this is like all Americans get about the international global community is the negative. So Americans have been taught to believe that everywhere in the world is bad and America is the best place. So that's that. When you're here, you have access to BBC, Al Jazeera, all like South African news, which There's like 4 or 5 different channels. You probably get like news in China and India. Like you're getting a global perspective. In America, there is no global news. You have to get global news through YouTube. And the only time you hear about anything in the world is when it's bombing, shooting, killings, deaths, all of that, war. Like, it's unfortunate. Thank you. Happy or hairpy hair. Kamalego. Komogelo. Pole. Komogelo. Registering a business is quite easy. You do it online. Yes. Much success wherever you land, sis. Thank you, Winnie. Oh, it just gave me a drop of the chat. Okay. All right, let me make sure I get to your questions. I have a TV personality. You can be a great presenter at a talk show. Do you have a background in TV and radio? No, I used to be terrified. Before I did YouTube, y'all, I used to be terrified of this little dot here, the screen. That black hole used to terrify me. I was terrified, and just from getting more comfortable with it, I've gotten better. So no, I don't have a background in TV or radio. Do I have a radio voice? Could I do radio, y'all? I would do it. I used to hate my voice also. So I've gotten more comfortable. It just is what it is. I have like a different amount of love, self-love for myself that I've never had before. So quite honestly, like none of it bothers me anymore. But yeah, no, I don't. Are you intending to buy or build property in TZ or SA? I would love to buy something here in South Africa. Building something in Tanzania, no, I don't have any intention on that. At least like, no, I don't. How is racism in South Africa? Mixon, are you a troll? Good evening. What do you mean, Mixon? What is the average cost for building a 4-bedroom house in SA? I don't know. I'm not a builder, but you can Google it. You can Google it. And I think building is I absolutely love the concept of building in like a homestead, the concept, but I know it is very serious and a tedious process to build property anywhere. So I have not looked into it. I would purchase something here in South Africa, but you can Google it. There's lovely built, beautiful real estate. And racism in South Africa, I don't know what you mean. Like, oh yeah, so Mefseko. No, you already told me how to pronounce your name, brother. My bad. But yes, it is illegal. Thank you. Thank you for answering him, Nixon. It is illegal. That's how racism is. Yes. What racism? We are a free country. We don't tolerate any form of racism. Get into them. Please come to Cape Town. So I was hoping to come to Cape Town this trip, but I just don't want to like rush it. And it's too cold and windy. Like I want to come to Cape Town in like December or January when it's, nice and good vibes. But I will see you soon, and I will definitely let you know when I'm there. Live in wisdom, but that kid who peeped on the South African items. West Africans are hustling Black Africans. You guys will fall for the okie doke. Yeah. Sorry, Serengeti is expensive. Yeah, it is. Come to Lesotho from here. You can visit South Africa every day if you want. Yes, we sleep in my country, Lesotho, and day we're South Africa. Yeah, I definitely want to come to Lesotho. I've heard so many beautiful things about it. Let's turn it into a podcast and tackle daily challenges, handling them from an African point of view. I'm down. Let's do it, Unbothered Potential. Where do I sign up? Like, is there a contract agreement? Like, let me know. I know how to get sponsorships. I know how to solicit, brands. I used to work in brands, so I know how to do all of that. Like, let's get it done. Like, how can we do that? I need to know who's the people I need to connect with here to get it done. I'm down. Don Parker. Dinus Amir is disappointed. No, Dinus is just fine. The thing about the continent, y'all, like it's such a beautiful continent, and especially when you're coming from the US, like we're just happy to see our people. And our people are all over this continent, but we feel it. And so some of us coming from the US are going to feel better in West Africa and Sierra Leone and Nigeria and Ghana and, the Gambia and Gabon, in Sierra Leone. And then some of us are going to just feel better in Egypt. Well, that's north, right? And I mean, I know I have friends that are in Egypt that absolutely love it. And then I have friends that are in Kenya that love it. I have family and friends in Tanzania that will never leave Tanzania. They love it. And I have friends here in South Africa that will never leave here. They love it. So I'm an advocate of going where you're treated best. Go where you love it. We have one life, right? Not when you're looking at statistics and you're looking at GDP and all of those things. I'm that girl. I went to school for economics and I look at those things, and those things, they factor into my decision making. They don't factor into everybody's decision making. And where you go, where you feel treated best is where you should go. And nobody should be criticized for that. So I don't think Dynasty Mir is disappointed. I think Dynasty Mir is happy that through his channel and his platform, he's inspired thousands of people to visit the continent. And I think he has achieved his mission. Eugene, hello, you so beautiful. Thanks, Eugene. Do you suggest visiting first before relocating? I really do. I really do suggest visiting anywhere before relocating. But it also depends, right? Like I've traveled well, and like I've never been anywhere where I didn't feel like I could live. So I have a different level of patience and maturity when it comes to being in a new community. So I didn't necessarily do that, but I do recommend it because it does give you a really clear perspective on what you're going to experience long term, or at least a glimpse of that. So to just come without any perspective is a risk. It's a risk. And it just depends on how risk tolerant you are. I have a high risk tolerance. But also, if you come somewhere without visiting and you're planning on relocating, make sure you have a year's worth of expenses in the event that you decide you want to go somewhere else, or in the event that it doesn't work out for you. Make sure that you have the capital to be able to make moves. Yeah, there's a lot that the media is doing. So, while there are some whites from South Africa with their family every holiday, absolutely. 7 African American ladies came to visit Ghana and Nigeria and went back to America with pregnancies. Yeah, they do. Please find a property in Blue Valley or Gulf Estates. Oh, it's really nice. I'm not there yet, and delay, but I wish to be there soon. Blue Valley Golf Estate is really, really nice. Yeah, I'm not banking like that. It'll be a little bit on the smaller, more petite, flat for me. I can't wait. Definitely need to connect with an attorney. Yes, if you're looking for land, definitely connect with an attorney. This chat is like, it just jumps for me. I'm missing the stories that y'all are talking about right now. And our SA media loves racism stories. I had no mention about that story. So you're talking crap and watching nonsense. It's very sad to hear that African Americans hear all these negative things. We have so many white Americans living in this country, especially in Joburg and Cape Town. Yeah, and I just, listen, like we have to recognize, where are we getting this stuff from, right? Where are we getting our source of information? If we don't trust the source to tell us certain things, why would we trust the source to tell us things about a place we've never been to. There are over 300,000 Americans living in South Africa right now. I'm very confident that less than 1,000 of them are African American. And I say every property, I've visited several properties, and the majority of the properties that I visited to look at renting that were fantastic properties were owned by white Americans. So yeah, no global news in America. No, right? Mind blown. Zero. No, it's all American news 24/7. Yeah. Mehon, it's really hard. Mehon, I don't know if I said it right. Mehon, it is really hard for whites in America or blacks in America to understand cohabitating peacefully. That's just what it is. Like, we have a very hard time with it. And I think I hear some, white businessmen being told, don't come to South Africa, to other white people, because of the things that they hear happening to white people here in South Africa. I'm less concerned about those things and more concerned about what, the Black experience looks like. But it's very hard for us as Americans to think of a cohabitation of whites and blacks living in peace, especially understanding the history of strife. But I think what I learned today is the difference is South Africa is just very open and just clear about the history and how they've reformed the history on paper, and how far and how much work there is still to come. But the reality is, it is discussed. There is accountability. There are people actually doing things to rectify the problems that have happened in history. Is it perfect? No. But the problem with America is they refuse to acknowledge their wrongdoing in a way that will allow blacks and whites to coexist. Instead, they tell white people, don't worry about it. It wasn't you. It was it happened so long ago. They need to get over it. And they tell the blacks that, well, just celebrate your Juneteenth with a pint of red velvet ice cream and some watermelon salad. Just celebrate. Here, have that Black History Month and celebrate the ones that did great things for you. Matter of fact, we're going to put Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill. Don't you love that? So they pander both of us. They pander both sides of us, instead of them taking accountability for what has happened, saying it was wrong, saying we made mistakes, saying we're going to fix this. This is how we're going to fix it. And in fact, these things are going to change. And that's the problem. And I think that is the beauty of what has happened here in South Africa is, no, change has come for the people of South Africa. And is it perfect? No, I continue to say that, but there's beauty in it. And as an American, it's something that I need to learn, and I need to heal, because it's different here, and it's a beautiful thing. And the fact that y'all call them white sisters and white brothers, like, that's new. That's new for us. Yeah, there are so many white. I keep doing that, y'all, popping my tongue. I hate that. It's like a weird thing. I'm working on it. Yeah, there are so many white Americans living in South Africa. Black Americans fearful of coming here because of the fear of migrating. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, white Americans are all over our country, but don't want our brothers and sisters to come. Correct. I have confidence. Thank you, Atabongwong. Oh, hi, you're back. What's up? Oh, okay. There was this incident, looks like, with our favorite guy here in the chat, or about 3 years ago. He was in the 30s. He has 2 children. You're telling me they don't have the same ideology. All right, Ramses. Ramses, where are you from? Where are you at right now? Let me know. Put it in chat. Where are you? I would like to know. Yeah, yeah. Correct, Charlene. That's right. Be open. If you're open for change, be open. If you're coming to a country looking for a better life, don't criticize the country that you in. Don't do that publicly. Have conversations amongst your friends, amongst people that you respect and you honor. Ask questions first of all before you criticize. Ask why something is happening or is this true before making these open criticisms, especially on these platforms. It's really, but also y'all, I want you to be mindful that this type of negativity and this type of like bad mouthing of countries gets views on YouTube. So like limit your energy around what you're watching and what you're concerning yourself with because it's low vibes and we're high vibes over here. I didn't go to Pretoria. I haven't gone out yet. I haven't been invited out. I'm like, going out is like the number 4 thing on my list. Go where you are celebrated, not tolerated. Correct. The link is just there. Click the live link. They say go. Go where you are celebrated. I agree. Oh, you guys are talking about that pastor situation. Yeah. And that's annoying because guess what? They are poisoning us currently in America every day. Every day we're eating McDonald's, drinking Coca-Cola. They're poisoning us. That's poison. It's killing us slowly. Mm. Okay, so it happened in 2019, but he was sentenced this past week. Okay, that makes so much sense. Hello, Auntie, Exquisite Caribbean Queen. Hello, it's late. I know I'm up doing live with y'all because Q&A was necessary for our 5,000 subscribers. Please subscribe to the channel. This is a subscription only chat, so subscribe. Yes, we've got Ubuntu. Once you're in our country, there's no going back. It's so true. Tanika, of course, thank you for asking the question. Karibu sana, kwaheri, asante. Let me get back to the topic. What's the funnest thing you've done in South Africa? Thanks, Ramses. Ramses, you're like, let me get back on topic. For sure. All right, let me stretch, y'all. Oof, I'm sitting on the floor. Um, the funnest thing that I've done in South Africa. So I went to, in Durban last year, I went to like 2 beaches in a day. I went originally to have like surf lessons. And when I tell you them waves were serious, I was like, I'm not doing that. So honestly, just being in the ocean was a lot. Okay. And them kids were swimming. I was like, I thought I was a good swimmer. That was really fun. And honestly, I love to eat. So anytime I can get in front of some really good food, I'm all down for that. But I'm looking forward to going to Cape Town because I do want to go to the vineyards. That is something I really enjoy. I'm not a big drinker, but I do enjoy wine socially. And I love South African wine. So I can't wait to do that. I just be answering the question, but then adding to it. Like, I'm so long winded. Thing is, people are waiting for a slight negative story to pop out of South Africa. Yes, correct. People will amplify the negative. Why? Because negativity sells, right? And fear sells, and they just want to be right. People want to be right so bad about everything that they'll be wrong and loud at the same time. Yeah, I love it. Living wisdom. You said some gems there. Girl, you're preaching now. Tell the truth. This isn't no, it's not. It's not. There is no verses in this community. My dear, we are forgiving people, and that is all. Yes. Let's agree to disagree. I'd love to visit Zambia. The Kia South African are lovely. Yes. We are just logical. We don't call them white brothers and sisters. I don't know about that, but definitely consider them as South Africans. Oh, okay, living wisdom. My bad. I think I misread that in the chat, and thank you for correcting me and gathering me together. Um, Glad to see your smile again. Oh, thank you. Okay, where are we? Yes, I'm feeling better. Okay, Ramses, you're in the US. Okay, got it. Glad to see your smile. Thank you. Yes, you're back in the US. Okay, Ramses. Okay, yeah. We just have to be a little aware of how we ask these questions. And, I know if you're doing research on Africa, there's a lot of different platforms that are talking about Africa. Some of them are really informative. Some of them just like to be busy and get streams and get views. And while we're all like here to share our message and to grow, not all growth is good growth. And we just have to be mindful and recognize that it's okay to go where you want to go. You just don't have to speak ill of other places and why you choose not to be there. Um, y'all just be going so hard. Let me tell you, South Africans are some of the most patriotic people I have ever met. And I love it. Is it easy to make friends? There's a ton of Facebook groups, expat groups. If you want to stay in that bubble, but I recommend getting out and it's really easy. I feel like South African people are so welcoming and friendly. It's really hard to not make friends. I'd say the opposite. As long as you have good vibes and you're welcoming and you're not like shady, they can pick up on that energy. But that's been my experience. Ooh, living wisdom, don't play. Living wisdom does not play about South Africa. Okay, I'm glad. Ms. Ross says you're glad I'm out of the matrix, aka America. Girl, I'm glad too. Yes, there is. There is a lot to unlearn and learn about South Africa. It's just so dynamic. It's such a dynamic country with such a tattered history. There's a lot of information that is hard to find. A lot of the history has been, like covered up in certain ways. And so when you're coming into the country and you're trying to do research, there isn't a lot for us to learn, like find. Oftentimes we have to learn it from friends or people we make relationships with. I'm reading this, I Write What I Want by Steve Biko, which is, I heard of Steve Biko actually through a conversation on a YouTube channel about what happened to him. And they did an autopsy to like really learn of his assassination. But it's these books, y'all, like these books are not available in the US. Like I know when I've gone to the bookstore here in South Africa, the amount of South African novels and like West African writers, like we don't have those type of literature available, memoirs, anything. Like we'll get a Nelson Mandela, Winnie Mandela. We're gonna get the like, just like you guys only, may not say only know, but like, because I know South Africans are way more aware of our culture and our history in America than we are of your own. But they don't have those type of books in the bookstore. So I remember last time I came here, I bought like 13 books from here. My bag was overweight. I had to leave the books in the US because I was carrying around so many books. But I knew I was coming back, so I'm gonna buy more before I leave. But the history is here. The history is in, the South African leaders of the Black conscious movement that wrote these books. And this is where the information is, and a lot of us don't have access to it. So I was so grateful to my friend for giving me this book. And the writing is superb. Like, I don't even feel intellectually capable of completing the book. I had to take deep breaths and do grounding work because it was just so captivating in the first pages. So, you know, we got a lot to do. We have a lot to learn as African Americans about our continent, about Africa. We have a lot to unlearn about who we are and who we've become and we've told we are in the US. And so some of us do it with more grace than others. And, give us love, give us grace. You all do that well, but don't come for South Africa because they don't play. The South Africans don't play about their country, and I feel them. I feel y'all. It's a beautiful place, and y'all should be proud because you have really done some amazing work here. So, Temba, you asked my favorite wine. Ooh, we can go all day here. Well, I think what is Chenin Blanc, that is unique to South Africa, right? But I love a beautiful Cabernet. I love a rosé. I love bubbles. It depends on what I'm eating, but I love fruit forward, juicy, silky, anything wines. Can't wait to move to South Africa. Woo, and get out of the American Matrix too. You can do it. You can do it, sis. Okay. I'm considering moving to South Africa after I complete my career transition. What are the best neighborhoods to live in? Joburg. And do you consider Joburg, Cape Town the best for digital nomads? That's a great question. Kadi, I would say it just really depends on what you like. I know that it's great. Like, I have friends that have digital nomaded in Cape Town, friends that digital nomad in Joburg. It just really depends on the vibes that you're looking for. Joburg is like, the heartbeat of South Africa. It's where there's a lot of like financial transactions being done. It's really considered like, the financial center of Africa. But there's a lot of work and, financial growth happening out of Cape Town too, and some really dope spaces. Curious, is it? No, I forgot. I saw this South African actually who started kind of like this hostel, but it's also like, it's not only a hostel, but it's like also like rooms, and they've got food and restaurants. Is it Curious Cape Town? I don't know. I'll look for it. My phone is over there, but they're both really dope. It just depends on what you're looking for, right? You love, hiking. You want to be by the ocean. People will say that Cape Town feels like a little Europe, a little Italy. It depends on what vibes you're looking for, right? So, yeah, just do your research and try to understand what you want more. Have you had a bride yet? So I have not had somebody's personal bride. I went to Max's Lifestyle in Durban when I was here last, and I loved it. It was cool, but I was there by myself, so I didn't really hang out like when it really started to get turned up and lit. So I ended up leaving, but the food was good. But I really want to go to a bride. Like, I really want to go. What tips can you give regarding getting the critical skills visa? I heard that SA is about to come out with a digital nomad visa. Yeah, I hear that too. I can't really give any tips because I am not a immigration professional. All I'll say is have all of your documentation together, right? Like everything ironclad. It's really important. And they've changed a lot of things, requirements around the critical skills visa. So being aware of the most recent requirements is really important. I'm saying that just because it's complicated, and like, I don't want to give you wrong information because it's complicated, and you got to just have your paperwork ironclad. That's what I'll say. I will say that it seems like you only get 1 year and then you have to get your job. And once you get your job, you're able to apply for permanent residency. speaking ill just to get views, especially about South Africa because we are the big dogs. All right, Salamuzi, thank you for talking through that in the chat. Stellenbosch. Oh, Stellenbosch. Stellenbosch. Yes, I love a Stellenbosch. Yes, Mecca, and I'll take you to Bryan Township. Okay, hit me on IG. Sesotho. Hit me on IG. Congratulations, Ashley, on your new journey, life and growth. You've been learning and open and experiencing new life and being rewarded. I can't read. Being rewarded for it. Thank you. More greatness to come. Thank you so much. I really received that with so much love. South Africans making it hard to keep it civil, but I'm gonna try because Ashley's trying to have a chill stream. I don't know how to have beef in the chat. Okay, this is a love, high vibes space. Okay. But Ramses, South Africans are some of the most patriotic people you will ever meet. So when you come, you have to just come with humility. But people say that I am too utopian or I'm like, but that's just me. And I've learned that I get and receive the best. I'm more well received that way. Like they're not our enemy, right? Like we deal with white people in a different way in America. Like, okay, they try and let me check them, let me check. We're so used to checking each other, so used to like being right. And we just have, we just have an opportunity to like soften ourselves and being open to what the future could look like. I don't know if you've ever visited South Africa, Ramses, but I just recommend visiting. That is really nothing anybody could tell you about South Africa without you visiting on your own. Oh, thank you. I'm glowing. Yes, I gave myself a facial yesterday, y'all, because I had so much wine and I haven't been drinking wine in months and my skin was dry. I was like, I have to hydrate. Thank you so much, Sandy. The book is fire, yo. I'm so excited to read it because it is like linguistically, I feel like I need to take a test. Like I feel like I'm back in college, because I have to read it out loud, y'all. Like that's how much I have to comprehend. I'm like, wait, let me just, and then I get in my flow. He was like our Malcolm X equivalent. Yeah. Yeah. I'm already kind of getting that vibe. Long live Steve Biko. Cape Town's just safer. Okay, my eyes are getting a little dry. Oh, Curiosity Hotel. Yes, yes, yes. That's it. Y'all got better things to do than be fussing in the chats. We don't want no fussing, okay? I don't want to miss these Steve Biko comments. Okay, in South Africa, we honor Steve Biko, Rob Subukwe, and Chris Honey, the more than Nelson Mandela. Yeah, I'm learning that, y'all. And that's all we knew. That's the only person I had ever heard of from South Africa was Nelson Mandela. The only person ever in my lifetime that made it to the States. Oh, and then like Archbishop Desmond Tutu, but that was like recently, like in my adult years, because I ended up meeting one of his family members in Atlanta, but I wasn't aware of anybody in the Black consciousness movement. Like it was only Nelson Mandela. Okay, all right. Let me get to the comment questions because y'all are going in. Please show love to each other. Okay, Tanika, you asked, do I have to get a visa going to South Africa from Tanzania, though you have an American passport? Because as Americans, we don't need a visa to visit South Africa. No. So, and actually, Tanzania and South Africa have a allegiance or, treaty. I don't know exactly what the right word is. And Tanzanians can actually travel to South Africa visa free, and South Africans to Tanzania visa free. Live in wisdom, don't be mean. I'm answering questions. That's what this is. This is a Q&A. So we're gonna be nice and respectful, okay? If I don't know the answer to a question, I'll tell you I don't know, and I'll tell you you can Google that. But if I know, I'll tell you. That's what we're doing. All right. Now we're about to hop off because it's getting too lit in the comment. I don't see any more questions. But I really want y'all to have love for each other. We have too many things in the world that we should be worried about than beefing in the comments on YouTube. I love all of y'all. I have love for all of y'all. And, the purpose of this platform is to share the positives, and answer questions, because everything isn't all roses, but everything, life is a journey, and getting through that journey through challenges is what it comes through. So, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. It's all love, and continue to have a fabulous, fantastic weekend. Again, thank you all for 5,000 subs. I know y'all got me. I know. And I'm going to try to, do some more content here, but I'm just enjoying myself, and I'll do my best to make sure I get some stuff to y'all. But until the next video, be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed, or everybody, if you're catching us on the replay, like the video, share the video. And if you have any interest in moving, living, doing business here on the continent, specifically Tanzania and South Africa, please be sure to click the link below in my bio and connect with me. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.